Welcome to part 2 of the tragic Tuba. Today we're going to be spending a lot of time working on this main bottom bell bow. You'll see that I've started with a very small ball and I'm just trying to open up the tube as much as I can. We're working the creases, any high spots, trying to get it raised back up so that we can do the finish work. You have to be rather aggressive at this point. The method that we're going to use here is called the rebound method. I'm locating the dent under my left hand, and my right hand is using a mallet to strike and rebound the ball into the piece. We're going to continue to work the high creases of the outside of the tube to bring it back round. There is no substitute for this step, and it's very important to keep the metal from folding back on itself. It's a slow and steady process. Just continue to find the high spots and go to whacking. You'll notice here we had to get out a bigger hammer. Sometimes that's what it takes, a bigger hammer. One thing to note, I'm using rawhide mallets in a steel ball. I don't want to use a metal shrinking hammer at this point or a dent hammer because I don't want to thin the metal and I don't want to work harden the piece. I just want to bring it back to its original shape. And this way I can bring back the natural contours. My methodology on this is that I want to rough out as many of the dents as possible. I plan on using the magnetic dent tools to burnish the areas. So I don't want the magnetics to get caught up on having to remove the dents. I want to do that by hand as much as possible so that the magnetic is not thinning the metal, it's merely burnishing the metal to put it back where we want it to go. Same with the dent machine. I've gone through the trouble of getting most of these creases and dents out. Instead of using the dent machine trying to take the dent out, I want to use the dent machine as a burnishing wheel. It gives more leverage than I can get by hand, but it will produce a better job with less thinning of the metal. Also, when you have a dent as deep as these were, the more you use the dent machine and the more pressure you put on the dent, the further it's going to open up and get wider. And then you're going to have alignment issues putting the instrument back together. In order to save the customer some money, we decided not to replace this guard or even take it off for repair. The bottom wasn't damaged that bad. Here I'm using a fender hammer, square side, and just allowing it to drop, using it as a giant dent hammer. Now we're going to use a rubber mallet and flatten out this bell rim. With everything de-dented, realigned, and resoldered, we're going to take the chassis apart, disassemble the instrument, get it chemical flushed. Clean up our solder joints, and then we'll get a little bit of spot lacquering going on. Now that everything is clean, we're ready for reassembly. Not without its scars, but everything is realigned and ready to go again. This instrument has a long service life left ahead of it. Thanks for watching.